The New York Giants, first-round selection, Lawrence Taylor, linebacker, North Carolina.
He's ferocious, man. He's ferocious. I mean, he just runs over people like they're not there. If you can imagine a wet towel, you know, whack. That's how he hits people. He hits whack and just keeps going like they're not even there.
Taylor was the most dominant defensive player in the game. And even soft-spoken Giant head coach Ray Perkins sang his praises.
He's a prototype outside linebacker for the National Football League. You know, he's an excellent blitzer, he's an excellent tackler, he's smart, and he's had a great impact on our football team.
22-year-old Lawrence Taylor. Without him in 1980, the Giants' defense ranked 26th in the NFL. With him in 1981, that same defense ranked 3rd.
Some of the things that I tried to stress with that group in this locker room were consistent effort, consistent toughness, and a consistent aggressiveness in their performance. But for the guy that suits up in this locker, I never really had to mention those things because he was born with those traits.
Son, I gotta do better than this.
And I'm not alone when I say that Lawrence Taylor can really play defense.
I feel I have enough ability. If I get into trouble, I can get out of it pretty well. You know, some guys have to play the technique, and the technique is what gets them by in the league. I play more on instinct than technique-wise.
He has amazing instincts. A lot of times a play will come up and I'll ask him about it. Why did he do something? And he doesn't really even know exactly or can't explain exactly why he does it, but it was something that he saw and in a split second made an instant judgment that he could make the play or beat the blocker or get wherever he had to go. And he has the ability, obviously, to carry through on that.
I'm not a very technique-oriented person anyway as far as playing my position. You never know exactly what you're going to do until the last instant before the ball is snapped. And then that's where creativity comes in. I tell you, I can go in and run some stunts that they never even heard of, but if it works, I keep running it.
He enjoys the physical part of it. He's tremendously aggressive, at times to the point where it gets him into a little bit of trouble. But he's got that makeup of he just loves to play football. He really has no regard for his body.
He is, without question, the most dominating player that we've seen on defense. I've never seen anybody as big as he is, as fast as he is, and as relentless as he is.
Yeah, he's relentless. He has a motor that never goes off. He plays the game 1,000 miles an hour, and he's really the most prolific football player that we have to face year in and year out.
A phenomenal blitzer. He comes from everywhere all the time. When he hits you have to take inventory. You have to see if everything's still hooked up, and you get up and you start shaking, and you make sure your legs are there, your arms are there, and everything else, and hopefully he doesn't get there too often during the course of the game.
As Comrade Dover said, you hold him, then you leg whip him. If that doesn't work, then you tackle him.
I feel it's an honor anytime a team has to reconstruct their offense or do different things and to block me or to take care of me.
We're getting ready to double this guy every single play. Even when we run away from him, we're going to double team him. There will not be a play that he will play against us where we will not double team Lawrence Taylor. But he put some fear in you by his conversation and what he told you he was going to do to you.
Oh, baby, you can't pussyfoot up in there. You got to run it. You got to run it.
he was unreal. We got to the point when I was in Washington where we would not run away from Lawrence Taylor. Every play we ran at him.
Why?
Because if you ran away from him, he'll make every play in the backfield. So we just ran at him, and we thought the whole principle of it was we're going to run at him, we're going to put helmets on him as much as possible, and hope to God it slows him down in pass rush occasionally. You break, and you had counter called, and you walk up the line of scrimmage, and you just be peeking out the side of your eyes, and he'd be down there at the end, and you knew you had to pull and trap him, right? And I'd be like, I'd get in my stance going, oh God, this is going to hurt me a lot more than it's going to hurt him. Like he was going to feel no pain, and you just run down and bam, it'd be a huge collision, and your neck would be like, and he'd be just like, hey, good hit, youngster.
Freak, phenomenal, just a phenom. He was just greatness personified. I mean, this guy did things that we never imagined could be done. I mean, his speed, catching a running back, a quality all-pro running back from the backside, his power, running over 300-pound offensive linemen as if though they were figurines, intimidating quarterbacks to the point where, they wouldn't call signals until they found out where it was 56. He rewrote the entire book, and this guy never let up.
And he, along with fellow linebackers Brian Kelly, Brad Van Pelt, and Harry Carson, formed a frightening unit that garnered an even scarier nickname.
Brad, Brian, Lawrence, and myself, we were the crunch bunch, and we were big, strong, fast, and we were able to get after people. And you just felt like you could just smack people around.
The core of our defense were our linebackers, and it became exciting and fun to just match my talent with these guys. And we made each other better,
Taylor would have one of the greatest seasons the NFL has ever seen, recording a league-best 20.5 sacks.
I see the game different. I look at the game in attack mode.
LT would be named NFL MVP in 1986, and he's the only defensive player to win the award in the last 43 years.
He was a great competitor. The energy he had drove the team forward, and I'm still looking for that next Lawrence Taylor. I haven't seen that guy.
The Giants' dominant season earned them home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and their first opponent would be the San Francisco 49ers.
That was a good old-fashioned butt whipping right there. We knew we had the best team, the best players. Nobody was going to play with us, and San Francisco came in there. They never had a chance.
Throws wildly, intercepted. There goes Taylor down to the 20. 10, touchdown. LT, way to go.
The organization would honor him by retiring his number in Giant Stadium.
Without you guys, there wouldn't have been a Lawrence Taylor, but there wouldn't have been an LT. Thank you very much.
I wanted to throw one more pass in my Giant jersey. So, who better to catch that pass than the greatest Giant player of all, Lawrence Taylor.
I had flip-flops on, man,
Straight down the field. Real easy.
And he looks at me and said, go. Go. So I started to giddy up. And he's patting that ball, he's patting my ball, and then he let it go. I said, oh my goodness. If you drop this ball, just keep on running. Just run into the tunnel because this is over. Fortunately, I caught it. It was a good catch, too.
LT finished his career with 132.5 sacks, and in 1999, he was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He will go down in the annals of NFL history as arguably the greatest defensive player ever. LT's legend and legacy lives on, and he will always be one of the most beloved heroes in the long line of Giants greats.